Hey, how about that?
One on three. Oh, there we go. Oh, you hear something now.
It's the little green light, right? Yes. All right. Sorry about that.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
One more time.
All right.
Who? Which one? Does it matter?
I hear you loud and clear there, Disco.
On today's Glory Day show, baseball lost a legend this week in Yogi Berra. Ba 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 ba.
Lost a legend this week in Yogi Berra. We'll take a look at his career and play a little game called Did He Say Everything He Said?
And the Mets are about to clinch a postseason berth for the first time since 2006. We'll talk about their stunning turnaround along with the Yankees, the Jets, the Giants, and we'll update you on everything.
And in our Did You Hear About segment, we've got stories about a $1 million basketball tournament, the new head coach of the USA hockey program, and a record-setting day in soccer.
Plus, a couple of unannounced surprises as the best hours of your sports week is coming up on Glory Days right now.
eatradio.com.
Hello again, everybody. Today is Saturday, September 26, 2015, and you are watching The Glory Day Show with Bruce and Disco here on the Enravio TV network. My name is Paul Discofani, and this is the old guy, the sextagenarian Bruce Oler. Kyle Melnick and Eric McCullough are behind the glass, and you are joining us on the Enravio TV network, broadcasting live from Studio C.
Where's
in the
Kyle?
great
I don't see
state of
Kyle.
New York. Oh, Kyle's not here.
Bonnie's behind the glass.
It's
there.
Bonnie
Okay.
who is dressed up as Kyle today. So, how are you?
I'm
Happy
doing-
birthday, my pal.
Thank you. Yeah, officially became a sexagenarian. It sounds a lot sexier than I think it really is, man, you know. But it does beat being an old fart, okay?
Yeah.
I'll tell you that. You know.
So, a quick story. When my Uncle Paulie turned 60,
Okay.
I remember telling my Uncle Paulie, this was 10 years ago, I remember saying, you know what, you're officially old, right? And he says, nah, it's only how you feel, blah, blah, blah. And when he turned 70, about 2 years ago, I said, by the way, I just want to tell you that 60 is not old.
Yeah, because you're reaching pretty close there too, my friend. you know.
I'm getting, we're all getting there.
Yeah.
You know, it's kind of funny. I don't know about you, but I never thought we'd get this far.
Well, I was thinking about that, and of course, when we talked to Matty Wynn, it's always like, when we were 25, man, we were hoping we'd make it to 30, So you're right.
We had no idea. But you know what? You're stuck with us.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So I know we're going to talk a lot about sports today, but I guess the big story, I guess, this week has been the Pope coming to town.
And unfortunately, I talked about surprises before in the tease.
Yeah.
And we were hoping to get the Pope.
He's in
onto the
Philadelphia now, though, man.
Well, that's what happened. He was traveling this morning. And the Pope doesn't have a cell phone.
He doesn't?
No, he just communicates.
Okay.
You know, and the issue was that because he just communicates, we don't get reception down here.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. We're in the basement. We are in the basement.
We're below ground
That's
level.
right. That's right.
And the Pope doesn't communicate below ground level.
And I gotta tell you something though, and it just happened. I remember this about, I don't know how long ago it was years ago though, when they make this big brouhaha about the Pope being here. And yesterday I turn on the news and that's all it is. They're showing and they're waiting for him to show up and getting in the Fiat, and just take a little trip through Central Park and stuff like that, And the amount of people that show up to see this guy and they're crying and they're exalting, not growing up as a Catholic, I just never appreciated that. And I'm still amazed by the reaction that he gets. And I remember years ago asking you, being a good Catholic growing up, I said, I don't get this thing. And I remember this is what you said to me. It's like you're a baseball player and the Pope is the commissioner of baseball, is what you said.
Well, it is. He is supposed to be the holiest man on earth, right? He's the Pope.
Yeah.
You can't get much holier than the Pope.
Yeah, I guess you can't.
Right?
I guess you can't.
But what I was thinking, he's doing the wave and, he's waving to everybody and stuff. People that are famous, like athletes, entertainers, and they get this type of adulation. Thousands of people, like in the Canyon of Heroes for ticker tape parades and stuff. But those guys did a lot of work, physical work. They put their lives on the line all the time, and not lives on the line. You know what I'm saying? They're out busting their hump. They work very hard. What does the Pope do?
I guess you'd have to ask him. I couldn't speculate on that, But I'm sure it's a hard job.
It seems like all he does is wave.
Yeah.
I don't know, does he actually make decisions?
He probably has an idea about policy, what the policy should be, and things like that, or interpreting.
But I thought God made the laws.
He does. Just that he's the commissioner of.
He's the commissioner of the Catholics.
I guess. I don't know.
Don't get me wrong. We're talking about the Holy Father here, and we're just having a little fun. If there's any one of the Holy Fathers that seems like he would have fun, this seems to be the guy.
Yeah. He's not that German guy before, huh?
Oh, the guy before.
And he just kind of. He didn't die, right? He just kind of walked off. He just kind of resigned. Kind of like what John Boehner did.
Yeah. He took the deal.
Exactly right.
He took the buyout.
Yep.
So he's living. I wonder if that Pope is like on the beach, sipping wine out of a cup with.
Well, Disco, he was German, so I'm sure he's drinking beer. He's not drinking wine, man.
I think he's getting a suntan with one of those things. I don't know. Is this sacrilegious?
I'm not worried about it because I'm not Catholic. You know what I mean? So you, my friend, you need to worry about that a little bit, I think.
I'm on the train to the basement. There's no doubt about that.
Oh, man. I know we're going to talk about Yogi in a second, but I did want to talk about one story that I saw in a post today about New York Jets head coach Todd Bowles.
Okay. 2-0 New York Jets.
Yeah, there you go. They're looking pretty good, So back in training camp, and he's a pretty, get down to business kind of guy. I'm not saying he doesn't have a personality because I'm sure that he does or whatever, but he's strictly business when it comes to the New York Jets. And I guess in a moment of levity, one of the beat reporters was asking him, what would get you to smile? And he said, if you want to get me excited, bring Gladys Knight in here. Okay.
Ooh, with the pips or without the pips?
Well, actually, he said in this article, he said, you know what? If I wasn't a football player, I would like to be a Pip. That's what he said. So, but I guess word got out. It got tweeted or whatever. And Gladys Knight's husband is a football fan, and he picked up on it, mentioned it to Gladys, and Gladys now she watches the Jets. She tweets about how great the Jets are. She's hoping to get to the game on Sunday, maybe to meet him.
Ooh.
And she certainly said that she'll be at the Super Bowl because she believes the Jets will be there.
Nice.
But we got to get our friend Joe Kelly, I think, involved here because he was the biggest Pip fan that I knew. Gladys Knight fan growing up.
He turned me on to Gladys Knight.
Yeah.
On that midnight train to Georgia. Leaving on the midnight.
Woo, woo.
Alrighty.
So that's all I got. Let's get to Yogi Berra.
And that's the end of the show. Thank you. No, speaking of the Pope
Yeah.
and going to heaven,
Yeah.
the game of baseball lost an icon this week when Yogi Berra passed away at the age of 90. Yogi was part of an incredible 21 World Series teams as a player, manager, and coach, and he was on the winning side 13 times.
That's a pretty good percentage.
Did you know that 5 times in his career, he had more home runs than strikeouts? In 1951, he played 151 games. He had 656 plate appearances. You know how many times he struck out?
Well, I can see 12.
Yes. And in a career that spanned 19 years and almost 9,000 plate appearances, he struck out just 414 times.
That's amazing.
In 4 seasons.
Yeah.
And there's still 9 games left. Bryce Harper has struck out 440 times.
Wow. So
Okay.
he's already eclipsed Yogi there.
And by the way, he did play with the Mets.
Yeah.
He played in only 4 games with the Mets, and he had 9
And I
plate
think he was a
appearances.
player coach, I think is what he was.
Yes,
too.
but he had 9 plate appearances.
Yeah.
He struck out 3 times.
What does that tell you, man? The Mets are, I think, there's something about the Mets. I don't know. That's just too bad.
You know what? If we can't even get a guy like Yogi Berra,
Yep.
But anyway, Yogi Berra, of course, was famous for the things that he said.
Yeah. Or didn't say.
Or didn't say.
Okay.
And everybody knows most of the Yogi Berra things. And of course, with all the tributes around in the newspapers and things the last couple of days, there were literally, 100 quotes. But what I did was, I got together and I researched some
did?
of the quotes.
Okay.
Okay. And I have them here today.
Okay, so you know what the answers are, so I guess I'm the stooge here.
You're
Okay.
going to be the stooge.
Okay, all right.
It works well that way, doesn't it?
It does. It does.
Okay. So we're gonna put some quotes up on the board.
Okay.
Some of them are real, some of them are not real. Well,
Okay.
some of them he takes credit for,
Yeah.
some of them he doesn't.
Okay.
Okay. And I just want to see if you, and of course you playing at home,
Okay.
can know which ones are which.
Where's Sammy Stone? We need him.
I'm Sammy Stone, yeah.
Oh, here he is. Okay,
He is
all
here. All right. We always have Sammy somewhere. Okay. You ready?
right. All right.
Let's go with the first group.
Whoa. You want a drum roll, please? All right.
It ain't over till it's over.
Now, I had heard that he didn't say exactly that, but that was the gist of what it was.
You are the man.
All right, all right.
He actually said, you're not out until you're out.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
But that is so much better.
Yep.
Okay. And you know when he said that, by the way? When he was manager of the 1973 Mets.
Okay,
When
well-
they were in 5th place in August.
Right.
And
They finished about 2 or 3 games over 500, and
Yeah,
they
80.
they went to the World Series that year.
82 and 79.
There you go.
They only played 161 games that year.
Okay.
Okay,
Next quote.
ready? Next one.
All
No,
right.
no, same slide. Right.
Okay.
Okay. Why buy good luggage? You only use it when you travel.
Well, the quote says on
Oh,
vacation.
he's on vacation.
Okay, all right. That is a true quote.
That is true.
Okay.
All righty? Next one. A nickel ain't worth a dime anymore.
He also said that.
No, he didn't.
What do you mean? Really? Okay.
You know who made that up?
No.
Joe Garagiola.
Joe Garagiola. Okay.
Joe Garagiola was his teammate, or was a really good friend of his.
Okay.
And every day he would give people a Yogi quote, whether he said it or not.
Oh, really? Okay.
And it caused a rift between the two of them.
Yeah?
For a while. It was in Yogi's book. Yogi, if you really want to read a great book, the name of the book is I Really Didn't Say Everything I Said.
Gotcha.
Okay, next one. The future ain't what it used to be.
I believe he said that too.
And he said, how about the next one? It gets late early out there.
Yeah, he definitely said that.
It was talking about California.
Okay.
Okay? If it's free, it's for me.
No, that's a Matty Winters. Okay.
We have our own
Yep.
Yogi Berra.
Yep.
I just figured I'd throw one in there.
Okay.
All right, ready? Next one.
Okay. Oh, we got
We got more. We got more.
Oh,
we
geez.
got a whole hour of these things.
Jeez, okay. All right. All right.
All right, what's the next one?
When
you
get
come into a fork in the road, take it.
I believe he said that.
He did say that.
Yeah.
He said that at a commencement ceremony at Montclair State.
Montclair State, yeah, you know, I mean, that was pretty close to where when I was staying out in Jersey.
Oh, really?
Montclair was right there, actually. And actually, I think there's a ballpark there that's called Yogi Berra Stadium.
I wonder if...
And there's the Yogi Berra Hall of Fame
right.
there, too.
Okay. If people don't want to come to the ballpark, how are you going to stop them?
I would say he didn't say that.
He did say that
He
one.
did, okay.
All right. This is one of a very famous one.
Okay.
It's like deja vu all over again.
He did not say that.
Okay. He did say it.
Yeah.
But he didn't coin it.
Okay.
Okay.
Who coined it?
He admitted that he used it when Mickey Mantle and Roger Maris hit back-to-back home runs.
Okay.
But he said that he heard it, he read it somewhere.
From Joe Garagio?
From Joe Garagio. Okay?
All right.
Nobody goes there anymore because it's too crowded.
Yeah, he said that, and that's a good one. I mean,
Yeah.
you know, when you think about that, I think what he was trying to say is basically none of his friends went there anymore because it was too crowded.
It was a restaurant
Yeah.
in the Bronx called
Yeah.
Sapphire, and him and his wife used to go all the time. But it does say, that someone else had read it back in the 1940s. But we're giving him credit for that.
Okay.
Okay. Next one. You can observe a lot from just watching.
Yes, he said that.
No.
Really? Okay.
If you can't intimidate him, don't copy him.
Are the people in the booth keeping track of how I'm doing here? Okay.
This is not. This is an exhibition, not a competition.
Okay, all right. He didn't say that.
No, he didn't say that. David Letterman said that.
Okay, all right.
Okay. If you can't imitate him, don't copy him. I like that one.
No, he didn't say that.
He did say that.
He did, okay.
He gave that advice to a young player who was trying to emulate the swing of Frank Robinson.
Frank Robinson, okay.
Okay, you should always go to other people's funerals, otherwise they won't come to yours.
I love that quote, and I think he said that.
He says he never said that.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I
was
thought
doing pretty good. I think I was like 3 for 4, and now I'm about 3 for 12.
I always thought that the record would stand until it was broken.
Yeah, he said that.
He did say that. All right, moving on.
Okay.
Hello. All right, 90% of the game is half mental.
Yeah, I think he said that.
He took credit for that one, but it's sometimes misquoted as baseball is 90% mental, the other half is physical.
Okay.
Okay. I usually take a 2-hour nap from 1 to 4.
I think he did say that.
He did say that.
Yeah.
Slump. I ain't in no slump. I'm just not hitting.
Yes, he said that.
He never said that. When in doubt, go right.
That sounds like a Matty Winnism.
Yeah, this is Matty
Okay,
Winnis.
you got Matty Win sprinkled in here. Okay.
And we made too many wrong mistakes.
Yeah, he said that.
I did like that one.
Okay.
That sounds like something Ralph Kino would say. What do they call that? A malaprop, right? They used to call that. All right. Last group.
Okay.
We are overwhelming underdogs.
Yes, he said that about the 72 Mets, I think.
Right.
Okay.
I'm not going to buy my kids an encyclopedia. Let them walk to school like I did.
He said that.
He did not say that.
Okay.
I just want you to know that every one of these that I said, I know he said them all.
Yeah.
So I didn't think I had anything with me. Okay. I can't hit and think at the same time.
He did not say that.
He did say that.
I am the Stooge.
You know, we
aren't
need
I?
one
I am
of
the
those
Stooge.
things like the.
Yeah.
All right. If it's free, it's for me.
I think we had that one already, and that was.
Oh, did I have that one?
That's still a Matty Winnism.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I have the wrong one. When in doubt, go right.
Yeah, that's a Matty Winnism too.
Then I don't
Okay.
have anything left.
All right,
And you know what I'm doing, by the way? I just want to show everybody. I have the little thing here.
Yeah.
All right. And I color coded it in red and green, knowing that you wouldn't be able to tell the
I'm
difference.
colorblind. That's right. That's right.
All righty. Before we go on a break,
Okay.
okay, I think we have something for the. We have something before we go to break.
Well, how about this one?
What?
If I had to do it all over again, I'd do it all over you.
Okay. This is not a Yogi Berra.
Okay, all right.
That sounds
That's
like
a Bruce Ullerism.
pornography, the title of a porno movie.
Okay.
All right, but before we go to break,
Yeah.
I have something that I'd like you to watch.
Okay.
All right?
All right, I'm pretty sure this is the spot. looks like they put down new concrete, so you can't really see where the structure was. But it was right around here, and then this whole fence was knocked down. And, well, it's crashed right into it. Hey, what the heck is this? Hey, that's the license plate for my 64 Skylark. There's something taped to the back of it. Happy 60th birthday, Bruce.
That was my brother Tony.
That's a great one.
We are just getting started here on the Glory Day Show. You know I have more of those.
Oh, no.
Right after the break, we'll catch you up on baseball and talk about the Mets and Yankees and get into the Jets and Giants, the 2-0 Jets. Later on, we'll have a few stories for you. Did you hear about segments? Stay with us. You're watching the Glory Day Show with Bruce and Disco, only on the Enravio TV network. We're coming right back.
For over 60 years, Hanson Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hanson Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit hansoncarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hanson Carpet has got you covered. The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, Enravio can get your message out there. And we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is Enravio.com.
Welcome back to the Glory Day Show here with Bruce and Disco on the Enravio TV network.
Stop right there.
Why?
I have another one.
Okay.
Pete Torgerson.
Birthday, my brother. Coming to you live from Boston, Massachusetts. What's up? 6-0. It's only a number. You're like a fine wine getting better with age. Let's go, Islanders.
All right.
Here's my teams. Tom Brady called. He said, sorry, couldn't make it. He had to work on some air and some balls, if you know what I'm talking about. All right? What's that song? Rosalita, you're my strong desire. Happy birthday. Enjoy the day. Disco, keeping it real.
That's Pete. That's Pete.
Very good. Very good. Oh boy, this is full of surprises today. Here,
I
man.
told you it's the surprise show.
Oh
today.
boy. Okay, so we're back to the teleprompter now. Is that
now
right?
we got to go back to the boring stuff.
All right. The Mets are on the verge of their first postseason appearance since they got all the way to the National League Championship Series against the Cardinals. that was famous for 2 plays in the 7th inning and deciding game. Eddie Chavez had that iconic home run robbing catch in the 6th inning that was turned into an inning and double play. And then Carlos Beltran,
That didn't sound good.
taking a call strike 3 as he was frozen by Adam Wainwright's curveball with the bases loaded and the Mets down by 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th for the last out. Cardinals went on to beat the Detroit Tigers in the 4-1 in the World Series. Mets will most likely play the LA Dodgers in the National League Championship Series, just like they did in 2006. We went to one of those games, as a matter of
Yeah,
fact.
we went to the first game.
Yep. Mets swept the Dodgers in 3 games in 2006. What about the Yankees? Well, they've just about given up on winning the American League East after they dropped 2 out of 3 to the division-leading Blue Jays earlier this week, and they trail them now by 3 full games. Well, actually, it's 4 now, I think.
Yeah.
They have a safe 4.5-game lead over the Houston Astros, though, for the right to the wild card game, and the Minnesota Twins are another game and a half behind them. So with the wild card teams getting in, the Yankees have a magic number of 3 to clinch a postseason berth.
So, 6 weeks ago,
Yeah.
maybe 7 weeks
Yeah,
ago.
7 probably.
Well, did we even think we were going to be here with the Mets?
Well, I don't think we thought that we were going to be that close. I mean, that we'd be that far ahead. I mean,
Right.
I thought we would be playing meaningful games, and we really were looking towards that last week of the season where there was a 3-game showdown, and that still happened with the Nationals. But the Mets went on a real tear.
Yeah.
Especially on the road. I mean, it was kind of disheartening last week. They had a 9-game homestand where they only won 3. They lost 6.
Right.
Lost 2 out of 3 to the Yankees.
Lost 2 out of 3 to the Marlins.
Yep.
And they won the first game, lost the last 2.
Yep.
2 out of 3 the Yankees.
Yep.
Won the first one, lost the last
Yep.
2. And then what was it?
I think it was the Braves in
Then the
between.
Braves.
Yeah.
Same thing, same pattern.
Yep.
And
So now-
I don't think we were panicking, but
No, but you always got though, because like I say, they made the postseason in 2006, and in 2007 they had a collapse. In 2008 they had a collapse too. So you always had that in the back of your mind. Unfortunately, being a Met fan, you always expect the worst.
I have to tell you, the 2 guys that were probably the biggest question marks. Okay, now obviously DeGrom is different. Now DeGrom may only be a question mark because he seems to be getting a little fatigued.
Yeah.
Okay, but the 2 guys that are question marks were the 2 rookies, Syndergaard and Matz. You don't know how these guys are going to perform on a big stage.
Yeah.
And you don't have time for growing pains now.
You don't.
But Matt's pitched great on Monday. On Thursday. Syndergaard was fantastic last night.
Unbelievable last night,
Right?
yeah.
So, I don't know. I'm trying not to get too excited.
Should I pinch you?
No.
Make sure you're not dreaming.
Slap me. No.
Okay.
I wore my Met tie today. Let's see, a little Met symbol.
Nice.
But I've been drinking the Kool-Aid all year. You know.
Yeah.
I've been drinking the Kool-Aid all year, and the fact that it's actually coming to fruition, and hopefully today.
Magic number is 1, which means they've already clinched the tie. They can do no worse than a tie.
Now, if they win today, if they don't win today, and the Nationals lose, do they celebrate anyway?
Why not?
Just asking.
Why not?
All right, let's say they're on the field. Now, both games are starting at the exact same time.
Okay.
Let's say they're on the field and they're losing 11-1. Okay. And because they're losing 11-1, it was a little bit of a longer game. By the time the 8th inning comes, the Nationals have already lost. Do the Mets celebrate on the field, or do they just enjoy themselves in the locker room?
In the locker room. I can't see how you could celebrate getting your ass kicked. And
I don't think I can't think of another team that lost a game and then celebrated on the field ever.
I don't know.
The Mets, in all the years that they've ever clinched, have always clinched it with a win. So I am kind of excited.
So, but the big focus now is, they're a half a game behind the Dodgers. The Dodgers lost last night. They almost have identical records. The Dodgers are what are they? The 87-66, and the Mets are 87-67. So it's a half a game, and it's important for them to finish ahead because they'll have home field advantage.
Yes.
In that 5-game series. And they'll play 3 games at home and not 2. You know.
And let me tell you, there's something even more at stake right now.
Okay.
Okay, there are, 8 games left in the season? Mm-hmm. Okay. They clinch a playoff spot. They clinch home field advantage. There's only one thing left to play for, and that's having a better record than the Yankees.
Yeah. Well, that's right. The Yankees,
But there's an underlying reason.
You have a bet going on here?
I have a bet.
Okay.
Back in April, I made a bet with our good pal, Jimmy Ludwig, the plumber.
You made a bet, I think, the year before, too, and that didn't work out too well for you. This year, I think, is
But this year,
what's at stake?
There's more at stake.
Okay.
Okay. He is one of the greatest Yankee fans, biggest Yankee fans you'll ever see. And if the Mets beat the Yankees and have more wins than the Yankees, he has to put a Met symbol as his Facebook page.
Oh, really?
Picture.
Okay.
For the rest of the year, this calendar year.
Okay.
However, if for any reason the Yankees were to have more wins than the Mets,
Yeah.
I have to kiss his butt live on this show.
Oh, Disco, I mean, I don't know how you would sign off on a bet like that unless you were pretty confident the Mets were going to win.
Well, I think I was drunk.
I would hope so. I would hope so.
But that is the,
So the
that's
Yankees,
what's at stake.
The Yankees are 84 and 69. The Mets are 87 and 66.
So the Mets
okay.
have a magic
what-
number of
Is it 3?
1, I think.
1.
or
No,
2.
it can't be 1.
I don't know. I have
Can't
to
be
figure
1.
it out.
Not with that close. Yeah, I guess all right, well.
So, I know he'll definitely come here. Chuck, don't answer the door next Saturday.
We're closed. Like I said, the Yankees, they're looking pretty good. They're 4.5 games up in the wild card.
Right.
They are not going to catch Toronto, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Tanaka has a strained hamstring. He got that actually last Friday night when he was running out of bunt, I think, is what I had seen. The Houston Astros, though, they've kind of gone in the tank. They're holding on to that second wild card by their fingernails.
Yeah. And remember how far ahead they were?
They were, that's right. Actually, when we did our lead-in, you talk about the Angels. The Angels are only a half a game behind.
No, the Angels looked like they were done too.
Yep.
By the way, we have a caller.
We do.
We have a caller.
Okay.
Caller, identify yourself, please. Oh, wait a minute. We don't have a caller yet.
Okay.
We have him on the phone.
Okay.
That's what they told me. Okay. Are you there, caller?
Hey, it's the Admiral. What's up, fellas?
Hey, man.
Admiral,
Good.
how are you?
Good. Let's go Mets, baby. Let's go Mets.
Yeah, man. Calling in to say happy birthday to Mr. B.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much, man.
It's a big one, too, I hear, huh?
I'm a sexagenarian, if you get my drift there.
I do.
Big 6-0, that's right.
That still happens for you. Hey, listen, man, the best present you're going to get this year is you're going to get a Mets World Series championship.
I hope you're right, man.
Okay.
I hope you're right.
We didn't ask Sammy Stone yet, but I like your answer better.
There's something special going on here in out in Queens. You can feel it.
You know what? I was a little concerned the last 2 weeks, not to the point where I was worried about not making the playoffs. I was just worried about I wanted them to play well going into this.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you always want your team to be, to be riding high,
Peaking at the right time,
on
yeah.
a hot streak at the right time. You don't want them to, to fizzle out too early,
Right.
or I got to be careful how I phrase this on your show. So, but, you want to make sure that they're firing on all cylinders at the right time. And you're right. I was a little concerned myself, but I think they're looking good. I think last night's game out of Syndergaard was awesome. And I think
it answered a lot of questions yesterday.
And Lucas Duda hit a couple of home runs last night, which was good to see, too.
And Duda, hopefully it's all going to start clicking and firing all cylinders, and we'll get something significant done this year. It's been a long time for us guys.
Yeah,
that's right.
I feel the same way. You don't want your team to peak too early, and really they went on that run in August where they just played so great. And then they kind of had that lull. They only won 3 out of 9 games on the homestand. But I was reading that I guess there were teams like the Yankees. I think they went into the playoffs one year. They went winning the World Series. So I guess maybe baseball's a little different than hockey or football.
I'll give you a great statistic. In 2000, the year that the Yankees beat the Mets in the World Series, they lost 15 of their last 18 games.
That's exactly what I'm talking about there.
So,
well, I'll tell you, the scariest statistic for me was how hot Cespedes was.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you figure, you know what? There's no way he can sustain that level of play. I mean, so you kind of have to worry about that a little bit. But he's looking like he's hitting the ball hard again, too.
Yeah,
so,
I agree.
I think it's all good. And I love your little side bet.
Listen, you know what? It's always
a little sweeter for us Mets fans if the Yankees are just doing a little less than we are.
Well, I have to tell you, at least if I have to perform the act, I can at least do it with a smile on my face. All righty, Admiral. Thanks for calling.
Hey, quick question: how are your fantasy football teams doing? You guys doing okay?
I'm 2-0 right now, man. I'm doing great. But
And
when
I'm
Aaron
0-2.
Rodgers as my commander in chief, man, I thought I'd be in pretty good shape, you know.
I'm
good.
I'm
Hey, listen, if you want to
0-2.
come out, you're 0-2.
0-2.
I'll have to do a little side consultation for you. But anyway, listen, if you guys are doing anything tonight, if you're going out for a birthday beer, we're going to be down at the Nutty Irishman.
I saw that on 110, I guess, right in Farmingdale.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll be there from 9 to 10:30. So that's
Anna Jam?
actually both bands. Anna Jam is opening for Uncovered. How about that?
Oh man, all right.
So you're going to be a visiting man tonight.
You getting paid twice then, or what?
No, we're not.
Sorry, I asked.
All righty,
In
Admiral.
any event, listen, happy birthday, brother.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
All righty,
I'll see
that
you
is
soon.
the Admiral.
All right.
That's nice of him.
Beautiful.
All right, let's take another break here on the Glory Day Show. When we get back, we'll get to some stories that you might not have heard about in a segment that we call Did You Hear About? Right? Okay. Just want to make
Coming
sure.
right back.
I'm losing track here. Stay with us. You're watching the Glory Day Show with Bruce and Disco only on the Radio TV network. Coming right back.
For over 60 years, Hanson Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hanson Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit hansoncarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hanson Carpet has got you covered. The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, InRavio can get your message out there. And we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is InRavio.com.
Welcome back to the Glory Day Show with Bruce and Disco here on the NRadio TV network. We have another video tribute.
Boy, oh boy.
Now here's my question.
Yeah.
I'm glad that you're not dead.
Well, so am I.
Because these wouldn't be as fun if you weren't dead, if you were dead. But I just want to know, just for the sake of everybody out there, if you die before me, should I have a show that day?
Of course.
All right, well, I just want you to know, I don't want you to have a show on the day I die.
Okay, all right.
I know everybody says that, but I don't want you to. Okay. All righty, let's go. Let's do
So we
another
go to the
one.
videotape here?
Yes, let's go to
Okay.
the videotape.
Hey, Hammerhead. It's your brother, Peter the Mooch. Remember that?
I do.
Happy 60th birthday. Hope you have many more also. And I want to tell you how much I love you and miss you. And how fortunate I am to have you as a brother. Love you, man. Now let's go see what we have to eat in here. Oh, we have some tasty treats. Yum, yum, yum.
Oh, we can do another one. Go
Peter
ahead.
the Mooch. Okay.
You want to do another one, or is that one for later?
So here I am.
Oh.
Bruce, a happy birthday. So as you see, I'm here at beautiful Oscar Stadium. So it's the house. Sitting on the deck for Bill Happy birthday, Bruce. See you in the show.
All right.
That is international soccer star Philippe Allange.
All the way, he traveled all the way back to...
He was in France somewhere.
he said it was at hospital is what he said. All right, all right.
All righty. If you are a sports fan, why would you be watching this train wreck? If you weren't, you know that you can go to ESPN or any sports internet site to get those scores and stories that you need. But here on the Glory Day Show, we pride ourselves on bringing you the stories that you might not have heard about in a segment that we call Did You Hear About?
Very nicely. With that sweeper right away. Okay. Story number one takes us to the new leader of the hockey program. Oh, did we screw this up or what?
I think so, but go ahead. Let's go with it.
All right. All right. Let me tell you about the man that was hired to be the head coach of the USA hockey program, which will be competing in the 2016 World Cup tournament in Toronto that begins in September. He has 446 NHL victories in 936 games. He's won a Stanley Cup in 2004 with the Tampa Bay Lightning and was named NHL Coach of the Year. He was runner-up to the Coach of the Year in 2003 and again in 2012 as a coach of the Rangers. You know who he is?
Not yet.
Okay. How about the fact that he hasn't coached the NHL since the last game of the 2014 season when he was fired by the Vancouver Canucks? He was suspended in 15 games in January of that season, trying to get at Calgary Flames head coach Bob Hartley between periods. We're talking about, of course, drum roll, John Tortorella.
Did you know that he was part of Coach Ron Wilson's coaching staff that came within one goal of winning the gold at the 2010 Vancouver Olympics? Since he's currently unemployed, he is ready to dive right in. He's ready. He can watch all the games, talk to the players and coaches, and he can spend a lot of time trying to find the U.S. players who will fit the type of system that he will try and implement. Okay, U.S. Hockey GM Dean Lombardi, Assistant GM Paul Holmgren, and Tortorella will assemble the 23-man team that will compete with the 7 other teams in the tournament: Canada, Sweden, Russia, Finland, and the Czech Republic. Okay, there'll also be 2 other teams, one from Team Europe, will be from all the other European nations, and a Team North America, which features players from the Canada and the U.S. that are all under 24. All the games will be played at the Air Canada Centre in Toronto, where the ice surface will be slightly larger than an Olympic tournament. And what about getting back into the NHL as a coach? Tort says, sure, I want to coach. It's what I've done all my whole life. But I think that I have plenty to offer as a coach in the National Hockey League. Although you've seen him.
Yeah, we have. Okay.
But he said this is different. This is about country and USA Hockey and having the privilege to be involved with those guys. And that's how I'm going to approach it. It's an absolute honor to have the opportunity to do this. Okay? You read this.
Okay. Tortorella, who was never known for being sheepish or mellow, got a taste of things to come at his first press conference as the head coach. The teleconference had journalists from different media outlets asking Tortorella questions. except the first 3 callers sounded more like they were pranking Mike Francesca. Gil Johnson from slapshot.org said, "Hi, hello coach, real quick. Your mom is so bald, even a wig couldn't help her. Did you hear that one?" At that point, one of the USA Hockey officials pleaded with the moderator to go on to the next call, but before she could switch, the caller said, puck you. Okay. The Blake Thomas from the Free Press asked Tortorella for the name of his favorite dolphin movie.
What is your favorite dolphin movie?
Flipper. I mean, is it obvious? You know. The last one said his name was Mike Wilson from the New American Gazette. When it comes to high sticking, which player on the team do you think wears the biggest jockstrap?
You know, we're going to talk a little bit about hockey next week, but I really would like to hear what Pete has to say on
John Tortorella?
You know, I always liked him as a coach.
So did I.
You know, he's a fiery type guy, and
he did have that meltdown, though. I mean, and it was pretty well documented too. I mean, he was trying to get to the locker room of the other team.
You know, everything that was out there. How come no Baba Booey?
That's a good question.
All righty, story number 2. Last year, Eric McCollum was told about an amateur basketball tournament by a friend that was a winner-take-all for $500,000. The tournament, simply called the Basketball Tournament, features 32 teams from around the world competing in a single elimination tournament in which all the losers go home with nothing. Zilch. Nada. Un gats.
Un gats, okay.
McCollum, who tried out for the Cleveland Cavaliers last season, had just completed a season playing professional basketball in China, where he led the league in scoring with over 40 points per game. You know, he's like 6'9".
Is he?
You know, those Chinese basketball players. When his friend called him about the basketball tournament, he was fairly skeptical. And after first not believing it, McCollum did some research and found out that his information was wrong.
Okay.
There was no $500,000 prize. It had been raised to $1 million. Winner take all. McCollum had a bunch of American ballers from Europe overseas, called their team Overseas Elite, and they won the $1 million prize, 67-65 over Team 23.
You like that number?
Yeah, it's one of my favorites. You know, the tournament was held at Fordham in the Bronx.
Okay.
Former St. John's player DJ Kennedy scored 24 points and made 3 free throws in the final 20 seconds for the win. They get to split the $1 million among 8 players, a coach, and a general manager. Okay,
Not a bad payday. Right? Yep.
They emerged from a field of 97 teams in the tournament that began in July. More than 125 players who had either NBA or NBA developmental league experience took part in the winner-take-all single elimination event. But the game was marred in the final minutes when the 2 teams got into a bench-clearing skirmish with 54.8 seconds left, and Overseas Elite was ahead 65-60. So they all kind of fought in the middle. One of the guys, Elite's Malik Kabongo, said, there's $1 million on the line. The other team wants to do whatever they can to throw us off the game.
Okay.
So, just so that you know.
You know what he said?
You could play.
Kabong!
El Kabong.
There you go. Kabongo. Okay.
You see, I didn't think of that. You must, now this is for you, because you could still play in this tournament.
I can?
You have to be at least 18 years old.
Well, I certainly qualify for that.
But you have to give up your amateur eligibility.
I'm not sure I want to give that up.
And you have to currently not be playing in the NBA.
Okay. I meet all those criteria.
All right. Why don't you do the last one?
Okay. Finally, how many goals is a lot in the soccer game? Most games are 2-1, 1-0. If you heard of a soccer game then in 4-0 or 5-1, you'd probably think there was a lot of scoring, right? Well, did you hear about the case of Robert Lewandowski? Lewandowski is a Polish international soccer player playing with Bayern Munich. With his team leading 1-0 at the half, Lewandowski was subbed in for a starter, Juan Bernat, in the 51st minute. By the 60th minute, he had scored 5 goals. Lewandowski more than doubled his entire output for the season in just 9 minutes, helping Bayern defeat VfL Wolfsburg at the Allianz Arena 5-1. 9 minutes, man. How many things can you do repeatedly in 9 minutes?
Well, except for eating potato chips and French fries, I don't really know.
Okay. Let's see. Get the quote here, right? That was madness, the 27-year-old said. 5 goals, unbelievable. I'm very pleased. It's a massive evening for me. After the game, Lewandowski was presented with the match ball signed by all his teammates. To put things in perspective, the record is 8 goals scored by Jimmy McCrory in 1928, and 2 players scored 7, one in 1932 and another in 1952. Lewandowski now holds the record for fastest hat trick, 3 minutes 22 seconds, the fastest 4 goals, and fastest 5 goals in soccer history. P.S. Last year, he also scored a hat trick in under 4 minutes. I guess they called him Minuteman, I guess. The last 2 scores in the EPL had 5 goals each, but they had played 6 matches. Lewandowski now has 8. He's outscored 4 EPL teams, Barcelona 8, Arsenal 5, Liverpool, and Juventus 4.
You know, I'm real happy that you got to read that one.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what.
That was a mouthful.
I always read the stuff beforehand, but who knew it was going to get switched up? So I said, I don't have to worry about this. Disco's got the tough one.
I says, I got the tough one. I practiced it all night.
Okay, yeah.
All right, before we go to break, I've got another tribute.
Another treat for me, okay.
That's a cue.
Cue it. Okay.
There you
Happy
go.
birthday, Mr. B.
Oh!
I know by the time you see this, you have already celebrated your 60th birthday, and I hope it was amazing. Here's to many more happy, healthy, and music-filled years ahead of you.
That is Christine. That is our good pal, our former producer, Christine Palmer.
Sure. She was sitting sideways, though, there, man.
I don't know where that came from.
Okay.
We're almost out of time here at the Glory Day Show. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap up for the weekend. Then we'll have a couple more of those thingies. Stay with us. You're watching the Glory Day Show with Bruce Disco, only on the Radio TV network. We're coming right back.
For over 60 years, Hanson Carpet has put the customer first, providing only the finest quality products and service. And Hanson Carpet is so much more than just carpet. We also carry a wide selection of window blinds and shades, and our licensed and insured technicians can service any of your flooring or window covering needs. Browse our huge selection of laminate, carpet, linoleum, vinyl, and tile. Stop by our showroom today or visit hansoncarpet.com. No matter what your project, Hanson Carpet has got you covered. The world of advertising has changed. Radio, TV, and newspaper revenues have declined drastically. Why? Because businesses have realized that advertising return on investment isn't what it used to be. So what can we do about it? Well, that's easy. Advertise online. Own a local restaurant, real estate agency, or even a national retail chain? Whatever your business, InRavio can get your message out there. And we can do it at a fraction of the cost. Call today and see the difference for yourself. This isn't TV. This isn't radio. This is InRavio.com.
Welcome back to the Glory Day Show with Bruce Disco here on the Radio TV network as we celebrate the birthday of my good pal over here. I think we have another one, don't we?
Bruce,
one more.
You had a birthday. I want you to know I think you look wonderful for your age. No one would ever think you were 70 years old. So wait, what? He's 60? Oh, you're 60? Oh, I'm sorry, Bruce. I guess all I can say is happy birthday, my friend. I hope you have a great one and many more.
Bill Chandler.
That's Bill Chandler.
I love Bill Chandler.
Bill Chandler is great. He's, you know what? He's a very good actor.
He is. He is. And his Falcons are doing pretty good too, man.
Yeah, you know what? They're certainly much better than last year. You know. We got another one, right? Do we have one more? Let's do one more.
One more, okay.
I think we have one more.
Anyway, I want to wish you a really, really happy day. I know that things when you're 60 seem like you're getting old, but I gotta tell you, there's nothing wrong with getting a little older. It means you have a lot of experience and a lot of stuff going on. It's really not bad over 60. Take it from someone who's there already. Anyway, you have a really happy day. Been great friendship so far. Look forward to a lot of games and maybe some concerts in the future. Have a great day.
And that is our good friend Betsy.
I love Betsy. Well, I love them all. I love all my friends, you know.
It was really nice of them to do that.
It was.
And thank you, all you guys that that sent in this stuff for him. I thought that was really cool. Thank you. So, other than the fact that you're 60, what else did we learn today?
That Todd Bowles is a big Gladys Knight.
Gladys Knight in fifth. And that Gladys Knight likes the Jets.
It's a big Jets fan, that's right.
So maybe at some point she'll come and do the national anthem at MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, that would be good. That would be good.
That would be nice, right? I learned that I would like to know how people can make up organizations and get in on a national conference call with the coach of USA Hockey. Why can't we do that?
We should be able to.
You know, who's in charge of media relations here?
Don't look at me.
But really, I just think that's kind of funny that you can get in on something like that and prank.
I mean, I can't believe those first. I mean, what is their screening process? You know,
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I've tried to get in on certain things. You know, we were able to get in for a Ducks thing,
Yep.
and a lot of times I get denied because they just don't like us yet. You know, but I don't know. So
Jets are 2-0. They're looking great.
Jets are 2-0.
The Giants, they finally won. They had two epic losses, their first two, and it was a record-setting thing because they were up by more than 10 points in both of those games.
They're the first NFL team to ever do that.
Yeah.
To lose their first two games, being up by 10.
Going into the fourth quarter.
Going into fourth quarter.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
And they I tell you what, they were very lucky. They had a big lead even Thursday night. Because they gave up they gave up a kickback, a kickoff return for a touchdown.
What do you think of that? The extra point. We haven't got a chance to talk about that.
Yeah.
Yet. You know, they're kicking the extra points from the
I'll tell you what,
35-yard line now.
It's not automatic anymore.
No,
you know?
they've already missed 6.
That's unbelievable.
6, right? And they only missed 6 all year.
But the thing
last
I
year.
don't get it. I mean, that's a chip shot field goal, so I still don't understand why there's so many misses. You know.
I guess maybe it's not as easy as we thought.
I never think kicking is easy. Remember, sometimes when we would play football, or when we were younger, you always wanted to try to kick a field goal, and I think maybe the furthest field goal I ever kicked was probably 10 yards.
Yeah, it's very hard. I know. I remember trying it, and I remember doing it from like the 20. And trying to get 20. That was really hard. I guess it's like hitting a golf ball. It's mechanics.
Yeah.
I mean, we're probably.
And we weren't soccer players either.
No.
You need to be a soccer player, right?
No, we kick things on the floor.
There you go. Also learned that I don't know as much about Yogi Berra quotes as I thought I did. But that some of the quotes really that are attributed to him really he didn't make.
But you know what? It's great that they attribute them to him, because it's just funny. All the tributes and stuff that I hear people, listening to the radio and stuff, and they were talking about it, and every one of them said the same thing. He was the nicest guy.
Yeah.
They said he loved to talk baseball and, whatever.
I can remember it was a Mad magazine going back in the 60s or whatever, and there was a picture of Yogi Berra sitting next to Casey Stengel. Mm-hmm. And they had the dialogue boxes, the dialogue balloon there, mm-hmm. and Casey says to Yogi, he says, I'm an understanding guy, but to say you lost the ball in the moon, I don't get that,
right, we got to get out of here.
Okay, sounds good, man.
Thanks to our producers, Eric Mikhailov and the lovely and talented Bonnie Schultz for all their hard work, making us look so good out there. And thanks to all you guys that gave me tributes for Mr. B here today.
Thank you. Yeah, that was very heartwarming.
I thought I'd get an Oprah Winfrey moment and make you cry, but I didn't.
No, I'm not John Boehner. Okay?
Thanks again, Chuck and Bonnie, for putting up with this nonsense week after week. And of course, thanks to you, our loyal viewers. Don't forget, you can check out the Glory Days On Demand page at www.enravio.com to watch any of our past shows or any of the other great shows on the enravio.com TV network. Have a great weekend, everybody. Stay safe. Happy birthday, my friend.
Thank you one more time. I've been celebrating for a week now. You know, so
it's the birthday extravaganza. Stay safe. We'll see you next time. Hockey talk next week. Baseball playoffs. What else you gonna watch?
Let's go Mets. Let's go Jets.
Finish it off today.
There you go. It'll be beautiful. Okay.
We're still here. You told me we're out of time.
Okay.